After spending the last 2 weeks at some high banked oval tracks, it is nice to stretch our legs here at Charlotte, which I think we can all agree is the most intermediate of NASCAR ovals. I think this is as close to the center as you can get in between short tracks and super speedways. So this really is a great week. However, this is only week 4, I believe, out of week, or 12, I was going to say 13, but out of 12 weeks. So to have what is the center, so to say, we can say argumentatively, logically maybe we can argue, what would be the center of our racing zen is occurring in week 4 in the first quarter out of 12 of our schedule. So that does mean to me that we have an unbalance that needs to be addressed, and I don't know what kind of unbalance I'm referring to, but looking ahead, it looks like we are going to stretch ourselves out with some super speedways like Daytona. We're going to be at some other places like Auto Club, but we're also going to be going to Texas, and then there are also some short tracks like Southern National, and I don't know what else off the top of my head. Indianapolis, there's a short track there, not the Brickyard. So yeah, there's going to be some back and forth, but I'm a little bit waiting for the other foot to drop as it comes weeks down the road, because it seems a little hard to believe that we're going to have Homestead, Miami, and Charlotte within the first 4 weeks. But anyway, let's not borrow trouble or anything like that. Let's just look forward to what we have right in front of us, and what we have right here. We're going to have 2 races here, as we can see the very last lap of this first race. I don't think these were very good weeks for me. I really enjoyed my time here at Charlotte, or I guess this week, not weeks. These are 2 very good races on a very good week for me, and I really had a great time at Charlotte. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot, and I had some good results as well, all of the above. I was really able to flex tire management. I was really able to flex not strategy, because there's not a whole lot of strategy in an ARCA race, but just, I guess, pacing. I guess knowing when to have to adjust when to push your car and when it's worth using your tires. And also this week, something that I have really needed to practice on was controlling the race from the front, and not just responding to what's happening in the race, but setting that pace that we were just referring to, and dictating what the how the chase is going to go through the field. And so you can see we were the 1 car, so it is a little bit no surprise that we won that race. So we were finding ourselves in a little bit between sizes when it comes to strength field, but here we're going to go into our second race now, and you'll notice first and foremost that we are car number 24. So a little bit of the opposite situation here, but still starting from pole, and that was really kind of our experience through the whole week. We started really high in the field, if not from pole, most races, and we had some very good finishes, lots of podiums, and if we didn't podium, generally speaking, there was some sort of accident that got us taken out. And so I think that puts us in a good transitional spot. When I check the leaderboards, I'm really happy with where we're at. We're inside the top 10 always. We're jumping around top 5, never into the podium positions as I've checked in the overall standings, but just sitting outside of them. So I would love to go through this whole season and be able to finish inside the top 10, fight for a top 5 position. I think that would be really satisfying after this whole experience in iRacing. There's been lots of ups and downs as we've gone through this year of racing. I don't regret any of it. I don't regret switching to ovals was a funny way to put it, but I don't regret switching to iRacing and primarily focusing on ovals. I really did not expect ovals to become such a priority for me, and I didn't expect to enjoy them so much, and I didn't expect to see good results with them so much. And so it's been really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to continuing the progression because iRacing is perfect for progressions. But you can see I'm checking in the black box here, I'm checking the standings, and we got ourselves a nice cushion here, but I'm watching it and it's going up and down, and I'm trying to you can see we're on lap 20 of 35, so we're close to the latter part of the race, but I still know that 3.5 seconds is not so much that I can just say, okay, it's time to go, put some more time between us, because even if I stretch this out to 5 seconds, in those last 10 laps, at a track like this, it's possible if you save your tires that you could really come back and pass someone. So I'm really playing this all. I'm driving in my mirror, but even though he's not really directly behind me, by mirror I mean my black box. I'm driving what's in front of me. I'm driving it from the feel of my tires, and so this was a really good learning experience for me. I don't have these experiences, and typically, if I do race in the lead, it doesn't necessarily last long. So I think that what we're seeing in these two races and what I experienced for this whole week has been a great, I think we're past building the foundation, but I think it has been great for the next step, so to say, for our oval experiment, for our oval career, for our oval license. At this point in time, I'm still getting to grips with IMSA, and I'm not having any races necessarily worth showing. That Sebring race that we uploaded was a real hard-fought challenge, and it wasn't a great race, but the challenge that it gave me was what I think made that video worth making and putting up on the channel. And I haven't had anything like that so far. It's been a lot of getting my ass kicked, and a lot of what we will call finding my voice, maybe we can say, in IMSA, in iRacing, in my A license, and in what that upgrade in class really means. I guess I don't know. I don't really know exactly what I mean by that, but I guess what I'm just trying to say is it's not going as smoothly as our oval experience is, and it's not as much of a progression as much as it has been a trudgery. So yeah, definitely expect to see at least one video probably per week of the ARCA series, because now that I've really been sucked into this series, in terms of the standings and the season results, I'm really going to try to do well, and I think. I think when I planned out what races I was going to be doing and what this and that, I planned that I didn't plan on getting so fixated and hyper-focused on my oval racing, and I thought that I was going to be jumping around a little bit more from thing to thing. And so a little, not necessarily an audible, I guess it is a little bit of an audible, because when I look back on what race or tracks I intended to buy versus what tracks I actually seemingly ending up buying, it looks like I'm all in, essentially, or in for a penny, in for a pound. And so I do want it to be worth it, and so far it has been a lot of fun. It has been really worth it, and even though it has been expensive, so to say, especially for when we consider what, when I raced the whole season in Gem, right? That I think that cost like $20 for all 5 of us, €20 for all 5 of us, I think. So it wasn't necessarily a huge expense, and everybody else, of course, is already very familiar with the world of iRacing. So yeah, I'm happy to be here, happy to pull out some more dubs this week at Charlotte. Looking forward to our next week, our next challenges that we lie ahead. But thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. And I was gonna, should we steal outro? I don't have an outro. Should we steal outro? Hope to see you guys on track. And should we do it? Should we do it? Should I end the video here? Let's see.